99X, it's the Morning X. Barnes and Leslie, we're talking concerts. What was your very first concert? Talk about nostalgia. 470-741-4999. We want to hear about it.
Hey, I bet some people would say, Barnes, Big Day Out back in the day.
Back in the early, in the 90s. What was our first one? Like mid-90s?
Don't quiz me.
I don't even remember the first year. I feel like 95 maybe.
But they were epic. And guess what? It's back. 99X is back with Big Day Out. Better Than Ezra and Lit. We've been talking about it. We're going to have more to be announced soon. But this is Saturday, June 7th at the Ville. That's that very cool amphitheater in Fayetteville. And we're going to have tickets all week. 99X, Big Day Out.
What was your first concert? 470-741-4999. Hey, Morning X, good morning. Who is this?
Hi, this is Lauren.
Lauren, what's going on, Lauren? What part of town you in?
I'm in McDonough.
McDonough. What was your first concert?
Honestly, my first concert was Alabama and the Oak Ridge Boys with my parents whenever I was 5 years old.
Old school.
Well, not counting that, what was your first real one?
Oh, Barnes, come on.
That you liked?
Well, I mean, of course, every girl had to go to New Kids on the Block, right? But as far as my teenage early years, I would say probably Music Midtown the first year, Big Day Out, and then the rest of my high school years were spent going to concerts. So
you just had a few mulligans to get started, a little rough patch to get off and running.
In her defense, Barnes, I did see Alabama at the Broward County Youth Fair.
Wow.
They're still going strong, too, those guys.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What a memory. But yeah, when you start talking midday, Music Midtown and Big Day Out, those were epic.
Yeah, those were some epic shows. We're going to grow back up to being at that level. It's just not the same anymore putting those together. It's very difficult.
Oh, yeah.
Back then, it was crazy town. Now, I mean, that was a music movement had just started a few years before. You know what I mean? Now it's not the same atmosphere as it was now as it was then. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. It's all about showing up in the right outfit. And it's not about the music anymore.
That's funny. Thanks a lot. Have a great day. Appreciate you listening to us.
All right. Thanks. Bye.
Hey, Morning X, who's this?
This is Chip.
Hey, Chip, we want to hear, what was your first concert?
First concert was the Police in 1983 at the old Omni.
Whoa.
Wow.
That's a big one.
I was 11 at the time.
Wow.
I think the only reason I got to go was I just bugged the devil out of my dad.
Man, that's that was at the height of their short-spanned career, you know? 83?
Yeah, so this was Synchronicity, is what they were touring with. Yeah, they were huge at the time. So my musical taste at that time was pretty much top 40, so they were it at that time. So it was like them, Duran, people like that. But yeah, they were huge, and I bugged my dad. My dad knew nothing about them.
Damn, that's a good one.
I think he just drank the whole time. I was there. I enjoyed the concert, but I think he just wanted to get out of the house. So yeah, that was big, and it was downtown Atlanta at that time wasn't the it spot to be.
It still isn't.
Yeah, it was pretty rough back then.
That was the Police. I mean, you saw them at the height.
Well, it was huge. I want to say the Fix were the openers.
Oh yeah, they were everybody's openers. They never quite made it through. You know what I mean? Like they were big with that one song ish, but they were always everybody's opener.
Yeah, they were the opener, and I didn't read until years later. I guess REM was the opener and on a couple of their dates on that tour. But
wow,
that would have been too cool if that had happened, because I started listening to REM, I guess like 6 or 7 months later. My musical taste took a radical change.
Yeah.
I went to that Synchronicity tour in New Orleans, and it was really hot. We were on the floor, and I passed out.
Ooh, I believe that. Fram goes down.
Yeah, but it was a great show.
Hey, thanks for sharing. That's a good one, man.
Yeah, no problem.
Thanks. We'll see you later.
All right.
Yeah, it's like when you claim, like, that one girl with Alabama, like, okay, it's great. Yeah, okay, Alabama. But Duke can come out with Police. That's like when people say, where are you from? I don't say Corpus Christi, Texas, because I don't claim it. I say Austin. I just skip to the next. I skip to the next city.
Big city.
Yeah. Morning X. Good morning. Who is this?
This is Thomas.
Thomas, what was your first concert?
It was the Big Day Out at Lakewood Amphitheater, it was called at the time. The headliner was Marvelous 3 that year.
Marvelous 3 was the headliner, so I'm thinking late 90s.
Yeah, it was like, I want to say it was it had to be either 99 or 2000.
Yes, it was 99.
99.
We used to theme them, Barnes. This one was called Idol Worship.
Yes.
Love it.
Fram. In the Library of Congress over there. All right, that's a good one. Thanks, man. Appreciate you sharing.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Have a great day. We'll see you later. What was your first concert? 470-741-4999. Morning X, hello.
Hey, how's it going, Morning X?
Good.
What was your first concert?
My first real concert was 99X's Big Day Out in 96. 311, Beck, Poe. The Butthole Surfers were supposed to play, but their equipment didn't show up, and I can't remember who filled up in for them.
That's amazing to me. Just hearing all these first concerts as Big Day Out, that's flattering. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, it was raining that day, and everybody was sliding down the hill at Lakewood. It was cool.
Yeah, I'm fuzzy on the years and stuff, Barnes, because there was one in 98 at the Horse Park.
Yeah, that one was the one that was rando.
I think Marvelous 3 was at that one, but anyway, they were all great. I just need to go back and refresh my memory.
Yeah, I think the 96 timeline was too early for the Marvelous 3, because I think they were 97.
Yep.
Yeah, that is a little early because they took off towards the later 90s. That's what I remember vaguely.
Yeah, 98 I think was it. Uh-huh.
Yeah, I was at a Tabernacle show up top, and y'all were there, and Leslie Fram was telling me about the Arcade Fire, their Neon Bible album, which was one of my favorite albums at the time.
You had a little music huddle there with Leslie at the Tabernacle?
Yeah, I did.
You've got a great memory. Thank you.
99X was a big part of my life growing up.
That's so awesome. Thank you very much for sharing the memories. That's good stuff.
Anytime.
Appreciate it. Have a great day.
Thanks, you too.
We'll see you later. What was your first concert? Hey, Morning X, who is this?
This is Andrea.
Andrea, what was your first concert?
My first concert was 9 Inch Nails in 1995 at the Omni in Atlanta.
Wow, that's a good one. Who opened for that?
Jim Rose Circus and Pup Will Eat Itself.
I totally remember those commercials.
Oh, yeah?
I didn't see them there. I saw them at Lakewood, but that sounds like a great show.
Oh, my God, it was incredible. My mom took me and my sister. I was only 13 years old. We had nosebleed seats, and you guys aren't going to believe this, but my mom actually brought a book with her and a reading light. She brought a book and a reading light.
And a reading light.
And she read during it, and we still had so much fun. Oh, my gosh.
I was just going to ask, what was Mom doing? What was the look on her face when 9 Inch Nails came out and started?
She was totally cool. I mean, we have the coolest mom ever. I mean, to be honest, she listened to the Morning X back in the 90s, so...
Oh, well, then she can't be that bad.
No, she's totally awesome. She's the one that took us there. I mean, come on.
Well, how can you focus, though, on reading a book when 9 Inch Nails is on stage?
That's kind of funny. That's a funny visual.
We did have nosebleed seats, so...
That is some funny stuff. Thank you for sharing that one. We appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. Love you guys.
Thank you. Have a great day. We'll see you later.
You too.
Thanks, and thank you for listening to 99X.
The Sean Ryan Show presents Peak Points. Get timeless inspiration from the very best of The Sean Ryan Show.
September 11th happens. What is the first thing that went through your head? September 12th, I'm going back in the military.
Talk about being recruited by the cartel. How do you cope? Just learning how to find a new normal. One of the most tragic events in American firefighter history.
You know what comes after.
You have this beautiful life. You have these horrible experiences, yes, but you can do something with them for the greater good.
The Sean Ryan Show Peak Points. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.